So Pokemon Legends Arceus has been out for a while now, and there's so much new stuff to experience in this game. New controls, new environment, new battle tactics, new game objectives, new Pokemon themselves, and of course, as you saw in the title, new music. Ready to nerd out about it? What up, my wonderful humans? Welcome to another video game music analysis. I'm still really far away from completing Legends Arceus, but even within just the first hour of playing, I could already tell that this game's soundtrack is so amazingly different from any other soundtrack we've heard from the Pokemon franchise. So with that, let's talk about the top 5 things that make the Legends Arceus music stand out from the previous games. First, let's address the elephant in the room that I'm sure many fans notice pretty quickly: the lack of music. It's very rare that you hear extended periods of silence in a typical Pokemon game. If there is a break in the music, it usually means something serious is about to go down, like the moments before battling Trainer Red in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So that begs the question, why cut the music so often? Well, my theory is that this lack of music serves two main purposes: to draw you into the open world exploration experience and to highlight key moments where you do hear music. An obvious example to compare this to is Breath of the Wild. In both games, the lack of music is most prominent when you're out exploring. This makes you notice every single detail of the only sounds that remain, the sounds of nature. Every footstep, gust of wind, trickle of water, and faint cry of a creature you hear in the distance is meant to make you feel like you're the one present in the game. But every now and then in Legends Arceus, you hear a little wave of music that catches your ear and then vanishes into the air. Kind of like seeing a shooting star while looking up at the night sky. And when those moments do happen, man, is the music so much more enjoyable to listen to. Next, let's talk about creative remakes. Legends Arceus is filled with musical references to memorable themes from Diamond and Pearl, but the composers remade those themes in ways I would have never imagined. The way they altered the melodies, enhanced the harmonies, and sometimes straight up changed the style was really breathtaking and exciting to hear. The Wild Battle music is a great example of this. Not only did the composers write multiple versions of the original theme for different types of wild battles, but they also took bits and pieces of the original theme and turned them into fanfares for the entrance of every single noble Pokemon. Lilligant's entrance is my personal favorite because the main melody got rewritten into a waltz style? I never would have thought I'd hear a waltz version of a battle theme. But hey, they somehow pulled it off, and it was very fitting for this particular Pokemon. Number 3 on the list is something that hasn't really been done that much in Pokemon games before: adaptive music. This basically refers to music that changes itself depending on specific actions or situations within the game. The most the franchise has done with this technique is making day and night versions of a certain area's theme, where the music adapts to the time of day. But in Legends Arceus, the composers took it several steps further by creating some really cool adaptive music to the place you make your home, Jubilife Village. At the start of the game, the village theme is very simplistic, although the main melodic instrument does change depending on whether you're indoors or outdoors. However, as you continue progressing through the game, there comes a certain point where all of a sudden, there's an entirely new section of music that's added to the village theme if you listen for at least a minute and a half. But it doesn't end there. After completing the main game, when you go back to Jubilife Village and listen to the theme again, almost 3 minutes in you realize, wait a second. They're playing the Jubilife City theme from Diamond and Pearl. This is definitely one of the most awesome callbacks to the Diamond and Pearl games, and I love the fact that the reason the music evolves is because of all the hard work you put into your missions and in helping the people around you. Doesn't that make you feel special? Now, we can't talk about Legends Arceus music without saying that all of the battle themes hit frickin' hard. Well, almost all of them. The main battle theme for Dialga and Palkia is kind of underwhelming. But that's okay, because it's immediately followed by... Okay, but seriously, the battle music in this game is just overflowing with energy. These battle themes use a great mix of punchy drums and fast tempos, and they're also really clever interpretations of the previous battle themes from Diamond and Pearl. And I personally think the intensity here is significantly higher than that of other battle themes from recent games. So why does the battle music in this game hit with such high intensity? One idea that comes to mind is that it might accurately represent how Pokemon battles were considered to be insane and dangerous by the average person in the Hisui region. So I think it makes sense that these battle themes are high energy, because it's essentially reminding you that this whole battle thing you do throughout the game is really quite incredible to everyone around you. And our final characteristic of the Legends Arceus music is gonna need a bit of explaining. Let's talk about the music's sense of time and space. Yeah, I'm diving deep on this one. When the first trailer came out, the music that accompanied it brought about a sense of wonder, and now you can sense that sort of tone in many of the other game's themes. And the primary way the music accomplishes this sense of wonder is by playing beautiful, colorful chords that seem to sustain themselves for an eternity, while also enveloping the entire space around you. I think the best example that explains this concept clearly is the lake theme. The theme starts off with some crisp, atmospheric piano chords and finger cymbals, and it isn't until about 30 seconds later that more instruments start to emerge. First the strings, then some wind instruments that trade off melodic gestures, and then about a minute and a half in, the piano cues a big, luscious chord by playing a flurry of notes that quite literally sound like a trickling stream. But the music still continues to blossom with colorful harmonies and melodic exchanges until finally, after listening to an entire 2.5 minutes of build-up, you hear the piano play the original lake theme from Diamond and Pearl. Now you see how the music plays with time and space? While other Pokemon soundtracks are all about the upbeat adventure, this soundtrack essentially tells you to slow down and just soak in the music around you. So, what did you think of the list? Are there any other aspects of the music that stand out to you? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be sure to read and respond to every single one of them. No, really, I actually can read through all the comments. I don't really get too many. And of course, if you liked what you saw and want to support the channel, just hit subscribe, ring the bell, and share the video with a friend. It really helps out a lot. Thanks for watching, and more importantly, thank you for existing. I'll see you next time.